Welcome back to another episode of the Rum Runnas Podcast, the show where we don't do banter.
Because people don't like it.
We don't like the banter.
We don't like the banter. Watch fucking NPR. Wait, NPR even has banter.
NPR.
Welcome back to
It's
NPR.
a show about stuff that I don't know because I've never watched it.
Neither have I.
What is on NPR? Email us at rumrunnas@gmail.com and
Yeah, let us
explain
know.
NPR to us.
Explain.
Is it political? Because every time I hear someone talk about NPR, it sounds political.
Sounds political.
But it always sounds like the opposite of whatever that person is, and it's always been different types of people.
Yeah. And isn't it just nonprofit?
Yeah.
It's nonprofit radio. So, like...
That's what that stands for?
Now it does. Because I made it up. And I assumed that that's what it was. Because they don't have to pander to corporate shills.
No, they just have to pander to the government.
Because that's who pays their... Oh, so yeah, maybe. Maybe it keeps changing depending on who's in power. When a Democrat was in power, NPR was all Republican.
It's the opposite?
It's the opposite. Because you need to have some sort of drama. Everyone knows drama sells now. Ever since Real Housewives of Winnebago.
I just had the greatest idea ever.
Okay.
Screw voting.
Better than the boxing match?
Better than the boxing match.
I don't know. Trump v. Biden
Hot
MMA.
pepper eating challenge.
They would definitely both die.
First one to give up loses.
Oh, damn. You put it on
First
their
one to drink
pride.
the milk. Yeah. First one to drink the milk.
And Sean Evans. They can be a debate, and Sean Evans can be the moderator.
Can we do this? Can we have a Hot Ones presidential debate?
Everybody's been wanting that, and apparently,
has it been brought up before?
I think Sean Evans said that they've discussed it, and the logistics of it are very difficult, probably because of Secret Service.
Nah.
Because Secret Service is going to be like, I need to taste that first. And then they're going to be like, it's so spicy, the president can't eat this.
This is definitely poison. Like, it's not. It's not.
It's debacle.
I'm dying. You're not.
You're not dead.
Not. Please
Someone
don't arrest me.
shoot him. Shoot him twice. Welcome back to another episode of the Rum Runnas Podcast. I'm Jared.
Whatever.
He's Kyle. We're back to talk about weird and funny internet news from all over the internets. We read the clickbait so you don't got to. This is going to be a fun one.
On this episode, we review Pornhub.
No, that's another show.
Just all of Pornhub. We're going to review it as a company.
We're also going to talk about the menu, the font.
Yeah, I actually like the menu. And the font and the logo are amazing because everybody knows
See,
it.
here's the thing, though. I don't know. I only know the mobile view. I don't know the actual on a desktop.
I think it's the same. I don't know because who does that with computers now? Who is watching porn not mobily?
It's true. It is true. It's way
email
more convenient.
Email us or comment down below.
In between masturbating.
If you actually take the time to go and look up porn not on your phone. Or like,
we're going to get no email.
Buy a movie.
Oh, buy a movie. That's nobody.
Why
Who
would
the hell
you
buys
do
a
that?
movie now? This is the age of streaming.
How do adult video companies stay open?
By selling dicks.
Yeah, but they also just always have like a giant wall of movies. Although I haven't been in one in like...
I think those are just for show now.
I haven't been to a Condoms Galore since like I used condoms when I was a teenager. So I thought they would have a really good selection, but it was too confusing because there was too many, so I just started going to the grocery store.
And you're like,
I don't know why I thought that was the place to go.
There's still a lot at the grocery store.
But I don't know why I thought that like I had to go there.
I mean, if you think about it,
in the name.
It actually was accurately named. There was condoms galore. There were so many. Too many,
and
even.
Dildos.
That's
one of the weirdest
dildos
things.
Galore isn't as good.
One of the
name.
weirdest things in Pennsylvania. Like the closest we have, in like New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't that many porn shops that I could remember.
Okay,
you have your own chain that's fucking everywhere.
that's true.
You have two.
There's multiple.
Because adult boutique or whatever is like another big one that there's like 90 of. They're just not like on every corner like Condoms Galore. That's just a convenience store in every strip mall. There's one.
That is true. There is like a sex shop. Do you know why? Because Pennsylvania is primarily filled with religious people.
Perverts.
And they are repressed. And we saw last week what happens when repressed religious people have sex.
Also strip clubs. You have a lot of those.
Yeah. It's all about sex because we also have way more churches than you do. Even though the churches in New Jersey are way more forward. That one that I told you about that was like, stop being afraid of COVID. Come here. Love Jesus. Die. And stuff. Yours are way more direct.
What are we talking about?
On to the first one?
On to the last one.
Nope, not doing that.
On to the third one.
Nope, not doing that.
On to the fourth one.
Doing the first one. This one doesn't have death in it, so I think it'll be fine.
We should just start with the death ones and end with the funny ones.
Woman accused of impersonating prosecutor and dropping criminal charges against herself.
Fucking genius.
Right?
IQ 1000.
This is a big brain move right here.
Also, her smile and her face is just like...
Right, it's priceless.
She's like, I got you guys.
Like, I totally
You
did.
got me, but I got you guys.
I got you guys first. Like, you got me first,
you have
and then
new
I got
charges,
myself.
but my charges have been dropped originally, so you can only
Double
get
jeopardy
me on these.
Yeah, exactly. Double jeopardy.
I acquitted myself.
Exactly. Let's find out more about it.
That's big brain work.
Super big brain. That's big PP energy right there. So, a Littleton woman allegedly impersonated a Hillsborough County prosecutor when she filed bogus documents with court officials declaring that the drug possession and stalking case... Oh, she does look like she'd have a stalking case against her. Now that I read what it was, I feel like it...
him ass. Hillsborough, like New Jersey?
Maybe. It kind of fits
That's
now.
weird we were just talking about that.
Jeez. Had been dropped, according to recently released indictments. Lisa Landon, 33, of Railroad Street, Littleton, faces one charge of false personation?
Wait, is she in Littleton or is she in Hillsborough?
Wait,
How many towns are there?
I don't know. Isn't it impersonation?
No, it's personating.
It's just...
I was personating this person. Here, watch me personate you.
I'm gonna personate you all day.
Personate the shit out of Jared. I'm sad.
I'm not Eeyore. I do have other feelings.
I'm mad.
Thank you. Those are my two. And 6 charges of falsifying physical evidence. She faked evidence?
What did that hurt her? She'd be like, yeah, these were the panties left at the scene of the crime, but like, those are yours. I know.
Jeez. But according to Hillsborough County grand jury indictments handed up earlier this month, the indictments allege that Landon submitted the fake documents in 3 different court cases last November and December.
She has 3 different.
Jesus Christ.
The prosecutor's just like, I didn't say that.
I didn't do any of these things. Someone's personated me.
That's not my signature. Someone personated the shit out of me.
In several instances, she used the New Hampshire courts. It's in New Hampshire. New Hampshire court system's electronic system to file document. She was like, "Hey, can I get the login real quick?" Cool. Yeah. No. This is one of those things where it's like, all you got to do is wear a suit and have the confidence, and you can get anything that you want.
Hey man,
She put on a power suit.
on that podcast that I showed you.
Yeah.
Where they talk about like pen testing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like their number one tool is a clipboard. You can just walk in anywhere if you got a clipboard.
Yeah. She just looked the part, and when she said
like,
she was looking the
"I'm
part, they
definitely-
freaking went along with it.
I am a prosecutor, and they're like, "We believe you," and she went, because that's her
Wink, wink.
face.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Can I have the login for the prosecutor?" And they're like, "But I've
the
forgotten
prosecutor."
my password." And I'm like, "Okay, what's
It's
your
your
name?" And she's like, "I don't know. What is my name?"
She's like, "'Cause it's your first initial and your last name. Can you be more specific?"
"What is my first name? Do you know my first name?"
I feel like I can't trust you right now unless you tell me what my first initial and last name is.
And my password. And my email address.
Yeah, all of the things. I need all of the things, and then I can trust you, and then I will log in. because I will not log in until you give me all of my information.
She just calls IT and she's like, none of my passwords are working. And they're like, what's your password? I don't know. I forgot.
That's why it's not working.
I've also forgot.
That's why they have those 2 buttons on
What's
everything.
your name? The Prosecutor?
I am the Prosecutor.
I am Prosecutor A.
And they were like, who would fake that? Like, who would fake being the prosecutor?
You're the prosecutor, I guess.
Don't want to prosecute you.
Nobody would ever personate. You know, that actually makes sense, though. Because like, the letters that go in front of words.
The contraction, the conjunctivitis. I don't know.
I'm not alone in not knowing what that's called.
The conjunction junction. The prefix.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
I don't know why I went through so many things. Most of them are medical terms at the beginning.
But it's probably, I didn't even try, so who's the dumb one? You.
You did literally just be like,
the letters that go in the front.
the thing.
That's usually for like the negative of something. So like,
Yeah, because you're not the person.
It's possible, but it's also impossible.
Which is not possible.
It's personating. If it's not impersonating, that's when you try not to be somebody.
Maybe personating is being a person. That's called personating.
It's different than you.
So if you're
I'm
not the
personate
person,
you and impersonate myself.
maybe.
By impersonating yourself, you're not being you because you're personating some. What the fuck?
English is hard.
If you guys have ever personated someone,
You let me know. Is it personate or impersonate?
Are you an English
Or is it impersonate?
Whoa. Impersonate.
Because then you're
in
in person. It's just you being that person in person.
Can you anti-personate something?
Just I'm not that person. Like,
can you unpersonate? Like if you
man.
if you personate someone and you can impersonate someone, can you unpersonate? Like I personated him, but then I reversed it, so I'm unpersonated.
Like you just go back and you're just kind of like, hey, all of that stuff that I just
I'd
did,
like to unpersonate
not me.
that.
I'm unpersonating right now. Put it down on the notes. It's on the notes. Cool. Unpersonated.
I'm going to personate myself again. I'm going to impersonate him. I'm just going to unpersonate this whole situation.
And then you can always repersonate people. If you haven't unpersonated, you can repersonate.
So is she in jail?
Maybe. Let's find out. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, so in November, Hillsborough County prosecutors became suspicious when they heard from a state forensics examiner who had been scheduled to perform a competency evaluation on Landon. Oh, she's Landon. Okay,
she's competent as fuck.
Very. Well, too competent, I would say. The examiner saw a notice in Landon's court file that prosecutors had dropped charges. The examiner wanted to know if the examination should go forward. She would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this damned medical examiner.
He was like, do you guys... All right, I see that you dropped the charges. Do you still want to know if she's crazy? And they're like, what charges got dropped? And he's like,
all of them.
All of them? Like, no, none of them got dropped.
So let's see.
And at that moment, he was like,
I've been personating.
She's super competent.
I feel like we don't need the test anymore.
She's
very competent.
Everyone.
Everybody. Also, we need to fire some people. How many people got fired because of this?
I don't know. Every single person that helped her.
Like, multiple people must have given her access to things, given her passwords, told her how to use this system.
Or
court systems are difficult.
Is the prosecutor going to get fired because of the fact that he apparently left his password at like
he was logged in? And he's like, oh, she walked in. She's like, oh, I'm his assistant. I just need to get in. And I forgot the key. And like some security guard let her in. And she was like,
personate
all day.
I'm the prosecutor today. I am going to sue people and let me off the
blah,
hook.
blah, 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 blah. Drop. Because that's how you do things. That's how you work on a computer.
What's her name?
Lisa Landon. I made that up, but I was right. Okay.
Lisa Landon is a good person. Please give her money.
Let's see here. Okay, so, oh my God, she's very competent because this is what it says. The file purported to contain a nolle proseque. Drop the charges. filed by Assistant County Attorney Patrice Cajun. Yeah, Asian with a C, Cajun. Yeah, but it quickly became evident to the state that the document, as well as other documents in the file, had been filed fraudulently. But were they filled out correctly?
So here's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
Here's what I want to know.
Okay.
Has it been found that she is incompetent?
No, she's definitely not incompetent.
And the prosecutor staged this in order to put her in jail.
Oh, man.
Like, he actually did file the paperwork, said that he didn't file the paperwork, that she filed the paperwork.
Could we get Patrice hooked up to a lie detector?
I think we.
I want a second investigation on Patrice.
Like, based off that lady's sly ass smile, that maybe she's not good at personating stuff.
I don't know. That smile, that's if you smile like that, people are going to let you in, mostly out of being uncomfortable. Like, especially if you do that in person. Like, if your
eyeballs hurt from that.
Like, if you walk over to somebody, you're just like,
I'm the prosecutor.
Yeah, people are going to be like, okay, go away now.
Does it hurt to hold your head that way?
Like, yeah.
A little bit.
Lots. Hurts so much.
You know how hard it is to make your eyes look all the way up?
All the way up. Okay, so let's keep going. Once again, it doesn't say that they were filled out incorrectly. They were just filled out fraudulently. So she
did all the right
correctly
stuff.
Filed a nolle
Which
prosequi
makes me think
order.
that she is being set up by the prosecution.
Right? Yeah. I don't think I would be able to fill out a nolle prosequi form.
Yeah, I don't speak Pig Latin.
That's real Latin. But let's see here. Indictments allege Landon also filed an order falsifying a decision of retired Superior Court Judge Gillian Abramson.
Oh, she was a judge too? So she was the prosecutor and a judge?
Wait, so you're telling me that she falsified an electronic systems report, put in a request that was done correctly, and also fraudulently did something that a Superior Court judge did? Like, she knew the Superior Court judge's name, who to use, that they were no longer there, so they wouldn't be able to be asked again? This is some fucking Ocean's 11 type shit.
This lady would be a supervillain if supervillains just stalked people and then tried to get their way out of being stalkers.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm still thinking this might be an inside job.
I think she's being framed.
Exactly. So, to waive filing fees in a lawsuit she brought against Hillsborough County. Oh, okay. That one's kind of okay. That one's kind of sus because it's just like, also, by the way, so for the lawsuit that I'm doing, I don't have to pay for it. I mean, she doesn't have to pay for it.
I'd like to say that her lawsuit is definitely valuable and should be seen, and also she should win, and also she shouldn't have to pay any money.
Here's another one. She allegedly filed an order on behalf of a relative to halt guardianship proceedings involving Landon's child. She's like, also, I'm her aunt, and she should keep her kid. Like, you guys shouldn't take it away from her. That'd be real fucked up of you.
Oh my god. This lady should be at like the top of the FBI's most wanted list.
She should.
Hardcore expert.
Let's see here. Landon's history includes criminal charges in Manchester related to stalking and possessions of methamphetamine. So meth made her like super focused.
She did all of this on
meth. That's even more impressive. She made people believe she was a prosecutor on meth.
Off meth when she's not high. I bet she is like a fucking genius.
Like she's like a chess master. Like she just sits in parks and it's just like checkmate, done.
She has to do the meth in order to slow her brain down so that she can communicate with other humans correctly.
That's why they wanted the competency. It'd be like, is she competent like a regular person competent, or competent like a scary like mutant kind of way?
She's like fucking Dr. Manhattan when she's not on meth.
She just make people explode with her mind?
No, she's just so smart she doesn't understand anything about human beings.
She's completely apathetic towards everything.
I know all the things, and I know that your feelings are stupid.
Yeah.
And they're like, smoke this meth, and she's like,
okay.
I'm the prosecutor. Please lead me to a computer in which I can file some reports, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, so where is our stance on this one?
I don't know. Let her go for being a genius and then, like, hire her because, like, she either did some, like, super awesome hacking.
So, like, some Frank Abagnale shit?
Some super awesome, like, human
Personating.
But
Some
also
amazing personating.
the people hacking thing that I can't think of the name of because I'm like
social engineering.
She's gifted in social engineering.
Hacking.
I'm assuming computer hacking because how else do you just get into a prosecutor's accounts?
And just general conning.
And yeah, she's
just a con woman extraordinaire.
She should teach
classes
on this.
Yeah. That would be
teach the FBI how to
as long as she's not still doing meth, that would be an amazing class.
She just gets a once a week drug test.
There we go. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. And no, you would never be able to trust that.
Maybe she hacked the system.
Exactly. Okay, maybe she does need to go to jail because you'll never be able to trust anything she ever does ever again.
She personated someone. Well, I mean, until the medical examiner asks a question.
I guess.
Do you guys still want me? Like, I see that she's fine. She didn't do none of this stuff. The prosecutor's like, what?
What?
She's court in an hour. We're like, no,
she literally got Scooby-Doo'd if you think about it. Like, she did everything perfectly. And then just like one guy's like,
could you imagine if it went all the way through? Like it worked.
Yeah.
The prosecutor shows up to the day in court that he's supposed to be there. And
it's
every
like
single person is like, what are you doing here? They're like, oh, we're trying.
Lisa Landon?
Lisa, we're bringing up like charges. And like, you dropped those.
Be like,
I didn't. Yes, you did.
This is the Smiths case now.
No, I didn't.
You don't have to get out of it. And they start thinking that the prosecutor's incompetent.
And he's on meth.
And they start freaking calling for them to be like, what if they got suspended and they had like some sort of competency investigation?
Imagine like he fucks it up. He comes and he sounds like a crazy person screaming about how he's supposed to try her for whatever.
And Lisa Landon did meth.
And then he actually they're like, you need to get drug tested because you dropped this. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. And then he
changes his thing.
No. What if he fails the drug test? And then they're like, oh, you're a bad prosecutor.
Oh,
and then he gets fired for being stupid, and she still gets away with it because they're like, clearly he did it because he was on
made
drugs.
All that shit up. I think it'd just be better if he wasn't on drugs. And then she was like, I'm the prosecutor. And then she was like, he was on drugs. Sent a positive report. She's a super genius. She can do it.
She's like the Lex Luthor of petty crime.
Fuck yeah. She's like that guy from White Collar. If the guy from White Collar just liked to follow around his ex a lot and smoke meth.
And forge stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah, he did like forging things though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So he still did all his normal stuff, but didn't like to like live in mansions and stuff. He wanted to just, follow his ex.
And do meth. And keep his kids.
Yeah, and keep his kids. Yeah, you gotta make sure to always keep your kids.
She just like went for it all. She was like,
she did. Maybe she should have backed off of like one of things.
I shouldn't have to pay for this, and also I'm innocent.
Yeah. Which one do you think she was getting the competency test? Do you think the competency test was for the kid?
Probably.
She should have left that one alone. She should have just lost her kid for a little bit and then got back later on. She would have got away with way more things.
She could have just let it go completely, and then they would have been like, well, the charges were dropped. Clearly, she's fine.
Yeah. See, she overextended. You reach for the moon.
She should have just paid.
Oh, no, that's you landed the stars.
She should have just did the one about dropping the charges.
Yeah.
She should have paid the fees. She got greedy. That's what it was.
Yeah. This is what I meant to say. Fly too close to the sun.
Icarus,
yeah. Not reach for the moon, because if you reach for the moon, you end up landing in the stars. That's actually like a positive thing. It's, yeah. Which actually,
if you land in a
positive.
star, you're going to be on fire or you're going to
die.
Be in space and get ripped apart because of the pressure difference.
Yeah. Plus, also, there's only so much that a spacesuit can, protect you from. So even if you are in a spacesuit, prolonged exposure to space radiation.
Definitely not wear a suit.
I don't know. She would. She'd be like, I'm an astronaut prosecutor.
I'm a lawyer astronaut. This is like Space Jag.
Space Jag. There is a Space Force now. So since there's a Space Force, there has to be a Space Jag.
On to the next
Space
one.
Jag.
Free
Oh,
Lisa.
I added this one. There is a death in this one.
Everybody dies.
But it's because it's very similar to another story that we covered earlier.
This is our spooky Halloween episode.
Spooky.
That's not coming out for Halloween.
Philippines police chief killed by Rooster while breaking up cockfight.
Didn't we do one of these?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's very similar to another one that we did.
People need to stop touching cocks when they're fighting.
This is a cop killing cock.
Don't touch the cock if it's fighting.
If
the cock's all riled up,
don't touch it.
It's all worked up, don't touch that cock.
You're just going to get hurt. No good can come from touching a riled up cock.
He's going to die. The cock's going to kill him.
All right. So, a police chief in the Philippines was killed by a rooster, and they just don't want to say cock. In a
are
freak
we
accident
sure,
during a
though,
raid.
that Lisa didn't just fake this report?
She might have. It's just a mastermind of all of our things, all of the stories. It was just Lisa changing it. She was in the system for a while. She might have changed everything. But when the fighting bird's blade cut open an artery in his leg, I was expecting him to get like his throat cut or something.
People die from getting shot in the leg all the time. Wasn't there a football player?
He didn't get shot in the leg. He got cut in the leg.
Whatever, legs, man. Legs
is dangerous, yo.
Legs are the expressway to the heart.
Legs are the legs of the body. So, Lieutenant Christian Bullock. That's that was an easy name to say. Chief of the San Jose Police. Wait. San Jose?
Yeah, San Jose, Philippines.
Okay. Bled to death Monday in, here's some words I can't say. Madugang. Who knows? Village after the razor-sharp blade called a gaff. We're going to learn terms now.
He got gaffed in the leg.
Yeah, that rooster was a gaffer.
He used to be a police chief just like you till he got gaffed in the leg.
Sliced his femoral artery. Northern Samar Provincial Governor Edwin Ongchuan said. He was trying to
Provincial governor? Isn't that like someone that's just governor until they can get a real governor?
No, I think that's interim. Provincial, I think, is of a province.
You're a province.
I am a province. Sexy province. He was trying to confiscate the roosters, but the problem was the rooster's blade may have been laced with poison? They were cheating in the cockfight?
Here's the thing. The poison's not what killed him, so it didn't matter if it was or not.
I'm just saying, he said that it was tipped with poison.
But it didn't matter, because his femoral artery was cut.
It was important enough to put in the article. It was tipped with poison.
But it didn't matter, because that's not what killed him.
He had no chance. No chance. There was arsenic on the blade.
Since that's what you got. No chance at all.
Okay, where was I?
WWE, Sean McMahon's walk-in song. You remember that?
No, I don't. I didn't watch the WWE that much. Police tried to slow the blood loss by tying a cloth tightly around Bullock's leg, also known as a tourniquet. But okay, he added...
It's a cloth.
But they may have applied it in the wrong spot, so they killed him.
They forced blood out.
Oh my God. Why is it just spraying further?
God, we can make it tighter. It's getting worse.
Should we maybe wait for a paramedic? No time. Tighten more.
Tie another one.
Even tighter. Same spot. Even tighter. So, 3 farmers who had been taking part in the illegal fight were arrested, and 3 others are being sought. They were being sought, or they still are?
How do they
Have you
know
just
they
given
were
up?
There? Snitches.
Authorities seized 7 roosters, a pair of gaffs, and 550 pesos, about $10 in cash. A man died over $10. You can't just smile like that.
Does it not just make you think of video games, though?
Yeah, NPCs never have that much money on them.
Like, how many times have you just killed somebody in, like, Fallout because you knew they had, like, 13 caps on them because you already looked in their pockets?
Yeah, I've done that. I'm not going to lie.
You're just like, it's still worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, money's monies. Police have been cracking down on illegal cockfights. Maybe they should stop for a little bit because it's apparently dangerous. Yeah, it's $10. What's the worst that's going to happen?
The problem with using, like, poison-tipped gaffs
is it's cheating?
No, you're not going to be able to eat that meat afterwards.
I don't think they do eat the meat. I think they
should.
bury them and they put them in a place of honor.
They should eat them to honor them.
I mean, you should. You get the strength of the cock then.
Everybody should eat the dead.
Yeah. Okay. Police have been cracking down as the gatherings have been blamed for helping spread the coronavirus. I forgot that the coronavirus is still a thing because this was such a ridiculous thing.
That's why they're illegal now? They're like, listen, cockfighting's all well and good, but you can't be gathering like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's 6 feet. And I bet you they're not staying 6 feet away.
No way, man. I've seen...
Cockfighting?
No. Hot shots.
Hot shots.
Dude, doesn't that start with a cockfight?
Yeah, it does. So we agree with our professional police in the loss of such a committed and selfless officer whose enforcement of our community quarantine regulations has cost him his life. Yeah, this had nothing to do with the actual cockfighting and everything to do with the coronavirus. His death should be chalked up to coronavirus. You know how they say, they're like, if it wasn't for this, then, this wouldn't have brought you in, and then they do the thing. And that's why they say that they're pumping up the numbers for coronavirus. Technically, this is a coronavirus death.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for coronavirus, this man would be alive, and a farmer would have $10.
Also, this man died seizing a rooster with knives on it.
Yeah.
Because people were standing too close together. Not because it was a rooster with knives on it.
Are you saying that he should have just shot the rooster?
No. I'm saying he should have just put his money in and started betting.
Oh, but stayed 6 feet away.
Won $10.
He could have just told everybody to stand 6 feet apart.
You imagine he just comes in and he's like,
6 feet.
Hey, 6 feet, 6 feet.
That one looks...
Continue.
That one looks good. Here, I'll throw an extra 20 pesos in there. I don't know how many cents that would have brought it up to, but, maybe it would have made it an even $10 instead of around $10. Applebee's, what? Shrimp.
1 dozen scrimps.
Let's see here. I want to see if there's any. I have a heavy heart as we have lost a brother who sacrificed.
I love how you're just
grazing
through the sad stuff.
It's because it's sad. The Philippine National Police grieves the untimely death of Lieutenant Bollock and extends deepest sympathy to his family and relatives. Yada yada yada.
So this is literally this man just died because he was trying to enforce corona. This man is a police officer, puts himself in danger all the time,
and coronavirus
died because coronavirus
regulations weren't being followed
at a cockfight.
Yeah. And then it says something about a cockspur. Let me read that. I could not believe it had been the first. It was first reported to me. This was the first time in my 25 years as a policeman that I lost a man due to a fighting cockspur. Not
the first time we've heard about it.
It's not. Oh man, it's not. Cockfights, known as tupada, are popular gambling activities in many parts of the Philippines. Some are licensed, but many are illegal. Though all such events are now banned as part of efforts to fight the coronavirus. I think, the Philippines has recorded more than 375 infections and the second highest in Southeast Asia at least 7,114 deaths. That number is now 7,115.
This man died because people weren't standing 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
At a cockfight.
Were they wearing masks?
He could have gone to a restaurant and said, hey, you people aren't standing 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
Had a waiter trip.
And stab him in the leg with a knife?
Yeah. It would be the same thing.
It'd be the same exact thing.
Because this cop died in the line of duty in the dumbest way.
The dumbest way, yeah.
He wasn't fighting anything. He was just like, who's Rooster's? Oh, fuck.
It wouldn't even been holding it up. It would have been who's Rooster and then in the pickup.
Rooster was like,
Rooster was just like, I'm still in fight mode.
Did you put poison on this? And they're like, no.
He's like, I think there's poison because I can't feel my legs.
And then those 3 guys are the ones that left. Those are the ones with poison roosters.
We did not put poison on that. Best of luck to you, by the way.
That's spider venom.
Venom, not poison.
Venom, not poison. The roosters aren't eating each other. They're stabbing each other.
That is true. It's venom. It is venom. That's about all the comedy I can pull out of this right now. Because a man did die.
A man died.
But in a dumb way.
He got stabbed by a cock.
Do you think he got
enforcing
Do you think he got the 21 gun salute at the end?
I don't know, but this is like that place that we work for and get yelled at about being 6 feet apart.
6 feet, 6 feet.
But instead, someone died via Rooster.
So it would be like if someone came along and was like, hey, 6 feet, and then they turned and they sliced their leg open on like a piece of metal.
Yeah.
Man, that would be a dumb way to die.
But it's not a rooster.
But it's not a rooster, yeah.
And this is the second one of those we've done.
Yeah, this is not an isolated incident. This is numero dos.
Somehow, the first one I remember us coming to the conclusion that that guy deserved it.
It was because it was his cock
Yeah.
that killed him.
On this one, it's like...
And he was transporting it. He got into like a car accident.
He should have just let it go.
Yeah, this cop should have just let the fight end and then fined everybody.
Yeah.
Just giving everybody a fine afterwards. If you're telling me that cockfighting is legal in the Philippines, that there are many instances of legal cockfighting, it's not like he had an issue with the fact that it was a cockfight. He had an issue with the fact that, one, they didn't get a permit, which that is a fine at most. And two, they weren't standing 6 feet apart and or wearing masks, which honestly do both. So,
which is probably also a fine at most.
A fine at most. And now these guys are going to go.
Should have just been like, keep your cocks away until this
wrap it up.
whole situation blows over. Just keep them away.
3 men are going to be tried for murder of a police officer because of this.
This is going to end with 7 deaths because of COVID.
Yeah. That number is going to be 7,120 something.
Because they're going to kill
by the end of this.
all 6 of those men.
All 6 of those guys. Not to mention that the Rooster's probably already dead.
All of them are at this point.
They put down every single one of those roosters.
The police that came there were probably like, all right, this roosters have already killed 1 man. We need to take them out before they take out us. Blah, 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 blah.
Prap, prap. It's rooster hunting season.
And then they're like, honey, we're having cock for dinner tonight. I got a big one.
She's like, I have cock for dinner every night. No.
This time it's not cream filled.
I mean, unless you want it to be cream filled, then you can go stop and get some cream cheese. On to the next one.
On to this next one.
Somebody dies in this next one, too.
By Rooster?
Spooky Halloween.
Halloween.
No, it's from Irony.
I've died from irony.
Las Vegas passenger hanging out of van pushes over and kills bicyclist before falling out of the car and dying.
He deserved to die.
He did deserve to die.
What part of did he get run over by the car?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I didn't read any of it. I just read that headline and went, how can we not talk about this? So, 2 people were killed in Las Vegas, Nevada over the weekend in a collision involving a minivan and a bicyclist.
Is this a murder-suicide?
Maybe. That police are describing as a senseless act.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
No sense. Around 7 a.m. on Sunday, several cars were driving recklessly along Las Vegas Hollywood Boulevard towards Sahara Boulevard. Witnesses told police, according to KSNV News 3. The witnesses said that a passenger in a minivan was hanging halfway out of the car, attempting to strike people on the sidewalk. He's a dick. That's not in the article. I just added that. The passenger missed 2 pedestrians, then struck a middle-aged woman riding in the bicycle lane further down the road. Jesus Christ, this guy's an asshole. While driving down Hollywood Boulevard, they pulled alongside a female bicyclist, and the passenger leaned out of the vehicle window and pushed her to the ground. Her press release from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, obtained by People, stated, by People? Like People Magazine? Oh, that's the site that I'm on right now. People True Crime. At the same time, the passenger fell out of the moving vehicle and struck a light pole. That's instant karma. That's literally instant karma.
But the bicycle lady died?
Yeah, she died too. That's messed up. That's mean. Moment of silence for the bicyclist lady.
Then a laugh track for the guy.
No, you gotta give the moment of silence, though. Now we laugh at the dumb guy. Dumb guy, fucking dying by a light pole because you're a piece of shit.
Somebody should have put him back in the car and let him die again. They should have brought him back and then hung him outside and then like hit a light pole again, like fucking that movie. God, I'm really bad today.
Yeah, you're losing.
Hereditary.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of your memory today.
So I did that thing that you don't like you to do.
What?
I didn't take my medicine.
Oh, okay. So apparently it's affecting your memory today?
Usually does.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, man.
Yep, that looks like someone that deserves to hit a light pole.
So on Monday, police identified the driver, Rodrigo Cruz, 22, who fled the scene before officers arrived and was later apprehended. Cruz was booked into the Clark County Detention Center on one count of open murder. Open murder? Whoa. Duty to stop at the scene of an accident and for violating the conditions of his parole. Yeah. Senseless, understatement. Yeah, got you. Okay. You have a woman who is out riding her bicycle and they pull up next to her and strike her, causing her to die. It's an absolute senseless act. There's no reason behind this that I can tell you why it occurred other than complete stupidity. The driver of the minivan and the deceased passenger are suspects in the case, which is being handled by the Department Homicide Unit. Anyone with information of the incident is encouraged to contact police.
Suspects?
I think you have to be innocent until proven guilty.
You can't prove a dead person guilty.
You can. You can just be like, well, he's dead.
He did it.
And he did it. And we saw him do it. We have video of him doing it.
Cross-examine.
And they're like, did you not do it? No response.
He did
it. That's how I would do it if I was a lawyer.
Speak none times if you did it. Like they're at his funeral. Like, Judge, I think we should take everybody on a little bit of a field trip. And they're like at the viewing and his mom's like, no. They're like,
she's like, shh,
ma'am, I'll hold you in contempt of court. Like, this is my what?
This is my son's funeral.
Ma'am,
you're
going to be held in contempt.
One more outburst like that.
Your Honor. And he goes up and he stands behind the casket with his gavel.
He opens it.
No, it's open already.
Oh, okay,
He's just standing on the side where it's not open. And the prosecutor's
where
like,
people do like their little speeches talking about how great of a person he was, even though he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And then he's like,
he died doing what he loved, being a piece of crap.
If you did this, don't say anything at all. Your Honor, I rest my case. And then the judge starts banging on the part of the casket that's closed.
Yes.
Quiet in the funeral parlor.
Quiet in the funeral parlor. I sentence you to death. Get him
time served.
There we go. You're sentenced to death, but we will accept time served. There we go. Now for the schmuck that was driving.
Court adjourned.
We have to take a trip back to the
we need to go back to the
courthouse. Everybody just gets in the same van. They're just like,
why is he driving again? Why is he driving us there?
It's the guy. He's driving like an asshole again.
Shit, we better push these bicyclists out of the way so they don't get ran over.
That's how it happened.
Imagine. He's like, why are you driving like this?
And he was
going
just
to hit
trying
this lady. No!
He was just trying to warn people.
He's trying to save them.
He's just like, get out of the way. No, we can't give this guy reasons why he would have been a not shitty person.
He had a light pole.
He did.
That must have been gross.
Oh my God.
Like I'm imagining the bicyclist lady. She probably like fell and hit her head. Like typical. Like, wasn't wearing a helmet.
Always wear a helmet.
Bicycle accident type death.
Yeah.
He fell out of a moving car and hit a light pole.
A light pole. Do you think he hit the metal part or the concrete part at the bottom?
I'm hoping it's a wood one and it had one of the little hook things there.
And he just got like stuck.
Yeah.
And he was just hanging there like a wanted poster.
But also, did he fall out directly into the pole, or did he fall, bounce, and then hit the light pole?
Oh, that would be better.
Because there's different amounts of gore that are going to be there depending on which it was.
I mean, I feel like if he would have fallen out and like just been like, huh, and then the light pole was here and he was still traveling at 45, 50 miles an hour, then his head would just be gone. But if he would have hit the ground and bounced.
Let's have a moment of silence for the people that had to clean that up.
Yeah.
Probably find pictures of that on the internet, though.
Probably. We should look it up later. But fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
And I'm sorry for the woman who died that guy can die. I wish he would have lived. Oh my God. Can you just imagine if she would have lived and he would have died? That would prove there's a God.
We just proved there's not.
Yeah. You're
Boom.
welcome, everybody.
Mic drop.
If there was a God, this woman would have lived. Yeah, we can't drop the mics. It would be really, really loud. But yeah. If she would have been unscathed.
Someone's listening to this and just like, what the fuck? Why?
Why would you do that?
Did you drop both of them?
Someone has fucking noise-canceling headphones, so all they hear is us.
Weird metal sounds from our wood table.
Yeah, because it just makes metal sounds. That's what happens when you get it from a fucking
vape shop.
Vape shop.
That got it from a bank.
That was out of business and being torn down. Gotta love it. On to the next one, because once again, we can only make so many jokes around death, other than there is no God because this woman died, and that guy deserved it. Facts. And I hope his head came off.
Or like somehow got stretched without tearing all the way to his back.
Oh my God, like he got bent into like a C?
But just his neck.
His neck?
Like somehow.
I was assuming that he would have hit on like the spine.
Got flipped back like a fucking hoodie. But like without any tearing.
No tear whatsoever. Either that or his spine hit and he literally folded so his arms were touching his legs. Oh my God. That would be a good one too.
So gross. This is probably really gross.
Yeah, sorry. It's a spooky Halloween episode. Spooky. Halloween. Are you ready to make a hard left?
Hell yeah.
On to the next one.
More people get murdered.
Nope.
Less people get murdered.
This is the hardest left from the one that we just talked about.
Segue.
Gay male penguins steal lesbian couples' eggs at Dutch Zoo.
Whoa. That's awesome.
It doesn't say lesbian couple as in like lesbian
adoption?
Yeah. Forcible adoption.
First of all, how do lesbian couples have?
Okay, here's the thing.
How do
though.
they have an egg?
It just says lesbian couples. Is it lesbian penguins?
Do penguins
or
have
was there
eggs
just a couple of lesbians that were eating eggs near the penguin exhibit?
My God.
And they just ran up and stole the eggs.
Now I don't know, but why would you be eating eggs?
Near at a zoo? Yeah, I don't get it.
I feel like these gay penguins.
What? The gay penguins strike again? That's the beginning of this article.
Why is this?
The gay penguins strike again.
I feel offended. And we're going to be seen as offended because NBC is going real hard on the G word with these.
Yeah.
Why are they calling them gay penguins? Do penguins have a sexuality?
Yes, they do. They also mate for life, unless.
Do you think? But no, like, do they have a preference? Like, I thought their need for sex was just completely biological.
I don't know. So a pair of two male African penguins at a Dutch zoo who made international headlines last year when they stole an egg from a heterosexual couple have now stolen the nest of a lesbian duo.
What?
Wait.
They stole the nest or the eggs?
Yeah.
Do penguins have eggs are they like chickens?
Yeah, are they like can they have like an unfertilized egg?
That's what I was wondering, and I'm like,
because how did the lesbian fuck? Yeah, how did the lesbian couple have an egg?
Yo, are penguin societies way more complex than we give them credit for?
I'm starting to think that.
With the lesbian couples, like, we need to be artificially inseminated. And one of these gay penguins were like, we'll do it because we'll have no feelings.
And this is just a custody
And then
battle?
they were like, we changed our mind. We want the baby.
Oh, my God. Do you think that they were going to do 50-50 custody and they were going to let the baby stay with the mom for a little bit as it got a little bit bigger, and then they were going to have it for a little bit?
Well, maybe they were doing the lesbian couple. This feels so uncomfortable just calling them this, but they are.
Just say gay penguins, and you'll at least smile a little bit.
Just seems offensive to be like the gay penguins stole it from the lesbian penguins. But that's how the article is writing it.
That's exactly how it's written.
Maybe the male penguins...
Those are acceptable terms.
They are, but in the way that it's being used seems derogatory.
Well, yeah, it's because they're saying it hard. Because they're like the gay penguins strike again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems out of place, and also I'm really confused about penguin sexuality now. Like, I thought that their need for sex was just biological, and therefore there is no...
homosexuality or heterosexuality.
Yeah, because it's just about making babies.
Because it's not like dolphins or humans, which do it for pleasure.
Doing it for a reason, unless it was like a thing where like one time this one penguin was like, "I'm gonna mate with you," and the other one was like, "I'm gonna mate with you," and then they were like, "Shit, we're both boys," and they were like, "Well, we already did the dance and accepted it.
So,
what's up, husband?
Let's just go with it.
Like,
we'll steal everybody else's eggs."
I feel like that would be amazing if that's what happened. Like, it was just like this weird switcheroo where they're both like doing the penguin dance and dropping the rock, and they're just like, "Yeah, I like this dance. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like your dance." And they're like I'll take your pebble.
They're the first gay penguins. Like they're the ones. Like they're the first ones to figure this out. Like they invented.
Accident. They went to mate, and then the one went to penetrate the other one, and the one was like, "Whoa! I do that part," and he was like, "Wait." Here's the thing.
I think I know why they're stealing other people's eggs.
No. I have a good theory for this.
I know exactly
if they
why.
see these two lesbian penguins, they're like, "Oh, they don't know how to sit on an egg. Let us sit on that egg for you," because male penguins are the ones that do that.
That's what I'm going to say.
That's your theory too.
They probably
have to just do a good thing.
They probably have a biological urge when they see other male penguins sitting on eggs that they
also
have that urge to sit on eggs.
What if literally they're watching these two female penguins and be like, "What do we do with this?"
And they're not going to sit on the egg because they go hunt.
They're like, "We're going to go eat now. We just had a baby." And then they're like, just depending on the egg. And the male penguins were like, "Baby, we need to go take care of that baby. I'll sit on it for some time. Then you sit on it for some time. We'll give it back."
We're in a way better position than most of these parents over here, because usually the woman leaves and then the guy has to stay here the whole time. You and me, we can have shifts. This is amazing. You can go swim around for a while. I can sit on the egg, and then we can switch. We can sleep, and one of us won't have an egg up their butt. This will be incredible. This is a new thing.
NBC is being very rude.
They are being very
accusatory
rude.
When
they were just doing what they're biologically programmed to do, which is sit on the egg.
No, they're doing a good deed. They understand that those female penguins are not going to be able to do it because they're not.
You're giving a lot of human thought to these penguins. I'm just saying biologically, they're doing the
I've
right
decided
thing.
That if they have this complex ass society where there's lesbian and gay penguins and they have different relationship statuses,
and there's engagement
and different communities
rocks.
And egg theft, I'm gonna just say, like, maybe these two are actually the heroes that the penguin community needs.
But what about when they stole it previously from a heterosexual couple?
Maybe that was a weak ass male penguin, and they're like, "Yo, he's not. You're doing a bad job." And he's like, "I got this." And they're like, your egg is like barely covered. He's like,
"That's presumptuous, but
this.
I'll give it to you."
Maybe he was a small ass male penguin, and they're like, "Let us sit on your egg."
You're bad at your job as a dad.
First of all,
let us do better.
First of all, if there was theft,
I think that would go poorly in a like. Can you just imagine? Okay, ready?
Based off my new theory that penguins have this higher advanced society.
I know.
If they were stealing the eggs, you would think that the people that they stole them from would fight harder for it, and then there'd be a court system, there'd be a prosecutor, and then an impersonating prosecutor.
So it'd be Lisa Landon would come. I don't know. Maybe it was Lisa Landon's fault. She put in a request for adoption from this gay couple. And then the lesbian couple never got it because it's not real. Yeah. But then she sent it back to the gay couple being like, "Yeah, no, totally, you can take the egg. I'm the prosecutor." It's all Lisa Landon's fault. So, I'm just saying, so devil's advocate kind of thing here.
I'm on the gay penguin side.
I know you are. But if
these two dads are heroes.
Let's just say this was a human gay couple.
Yes.
And then a human lesbian couple had a baby. And they're like, "You're not taking care of that baby the way that you have to."
Here's why this is different. This is how it would have to be.
And they take the baby.
It would have to be reversed. It'd have to be two men with a baby being like, "Why won't it suck on my boobies?" And then the lesbians go, "I'm milking anyway."
Why would they be milking?
I don't know. It can happen if a woman sees a baby in distress, they can lactate.
Yeah, but that's I thought normally women that do that are women that have had babies previously.
I don't know the math behind it. I'm just saying.
Neither of us are women, so let's not speak for women.
You're trying to make this humanized. And I'm just saying that in
You're
penguin
making
society,
their thinking humanized. I'm just saying.
In penguin society, the males are the ones that bring up the eggs. So it would have to be reversed.
The ones that hatch
human
the eggs,
society,
yeah.
the women are the baby egg card, whatever the fuck peoples.
Well, basically.
So it would have to be a lesbian couple stealing a baby from a gay couple and being like, we'll give it to you when it's old enough to talk. I feel like they're gonna give it back. I think they're just trying to hatch it.
I mean, they did.
Kind.
They didn't let the gay couple. We don't know. Let's figure out more.
Do you think the zoo took it back?
I feel like they took it back. You're not
allowed this egg. They're like, how did they even have this egg?
So zookeeper Sander Drost told Dutch News that the gay couple is taking turns sitting on the eggs to keep them warm.
I'm a genius. I knew it.
Drost said, we both said that. The eggs are likely unfertilized and will not hatch. It literally answered all of our questions.
All we had to do was read 2 more sentences, and we would know that all the shit we made up was right.
And also, it would make NBC not seem so homophobic and anti-gay.
It still comes off as homophobic. I'm just saying that I think it's amazing that our theories were correct.
They were 100% correct.
That these male penguins were just trying to hatch these eggs for this lesbian couple, and also that those lesbian couple penguins received no semen.
No semens. So the 2 gay penguins took an egg from a straight couple who let their guards down. They stole that one. Well,
why were they walking away? They should have been sitting on the egg.
That's very true. I mean, in the wild, that baby would have died.
Neglect.
Yeah, that is
neglect.
See,
if the lesbian couple was like, there's no baby in that, makes sense that they would walk away. And these gay
what, like a lesbian couple had like a bassinet? And the gay guys were like,
no, like they just hatched it like a chicken, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I ain't been with nobody.
I'm just saying, like in a human equivalent, it would be like as if a lesbian couple had a bassinet, and the gay couple was like, why are you just leaving the baby alone in the bassinet? And they just took the bassinet.
And there's no baby in it.
And
they're just like, we'll take care of you, baby.
It's okay.
Little ghost baby.
It's okay, baby. You're going to be okay.
And then the lesbians are like, give us back our shit.
Give us back our bassinet. We kept it here because we made it. We don't know why we made it, but we made it, and we would like to keep it.
We made it because we'd like to have a baby, but like not right now.
Exactly. Jesus Christ, gay penguins.
Yeah, equivalent to that.
Yeah, there we go.
And then the straight couple would be like somebody that was just like, we're at the mall, let's go get a Cinnabon, and they just left their stroller like off to the side somewhere completely unsafe. And a gay couple was like, whoa, somebody just left a baby here.
But this is really sad. This is a sad part.
Oh.
The one that they stole from the heterosexual couple.
Yeah.
It failed to bear a child. They still have yet to raise their own. And I feel like these 2 would be great dads. I feel like they'd be amazing dads.
I love that, like, even though it's super homophobic, it then also brought sympathy.
Yeah. It's like they just want a baby.
The gay couple have yet to have a child.
They have yet to raise a chick together.
They didn't. All right. So, like, the first thing you learn in, like, English class is to not just constantly repeat words.
Yeah.
You come up with different things.
We've said this in a different one where also it was using a really hard word that we didn't like at the time. And we were like, ugh.
Like they could have called them
something different.
They could have just called them a couple. They could have just said the male penguins.
The 2 males.
But they just said the gay penguins over and over and over.
Is there a scientific name for
then they said
penguin?
The lesbian penguins.
Over and over. But then they said heterosexual couple.
Which, right?
Yeah. Like, why are you like? They could have said male and female penguin if they were just being very on the nose.
I'm surprised they didn't just call them a straight couple.
The 2 straight penguins.
The cis penguins.
There we go. Jesus Christ, NBC. What the fuck's with this reporting?
Why you gotta describe the penguins by their sexuality? They're just 2 penguins trying to do the right thing and raise a child.
That's all they want. You can tell that's all they want. Maybe that's why they ignored the baby, because they were like, we know that this egg isn't going to hatch.
Where was this?
Dutch.
Wherever
land.
Dutchland is. Holland.
Yeah, Holland.
Where the Dutch people live.
Yeah.
They must be really homophobic and probably still not have.
This is NBC Philadelphia.
Yeah. But I mean, this is where it's taking place. So like,
the
people from Holland describe them this way.
They're probably just like
they probably
gay
don't,
ducks.
Yeah,
they gay ducks.
They probably don't have
penguins.
like marriage equality there, and they're like super anti-gay or something.
I don't know. I don't want to assume that because what if like they do?
Because why would you describe your penguins as gay?
I think it's just on NBC. This is all NBC's fault.
This is NBC's fault?
Completely NBC's fault. Stop being homophobic, NBC.
10 Philadelphia.
All right, let's go on to the last one because this is running on a little bit.
It's definitely not.
We're going to end with Floridaman.
Floridaman. I made new friends. Check out the Floridaman on Floridaman podcast.
There you go. Check them out. Free plug. Floridaman accused of breaking into multiple homes to eating victims' food.
That would have been real Halloween if he ate people.
Yeah. So eating victims' food.
Jesus, this man looks mean.
Yeah. Suspect found yelling in yard, deputies say.
This dude just needs like a skull face tattoo and he's fucking El Diablo or whatever
exactly.
from that Suicide Squad.
He's terrifying looking. A Florida man went on a crime spree that involved him breaking into 3 homes and stealing 2 vehicles before he was caught yelling in someone's yard. What was he yelling, do you think?
I don't know. Why was the vehicles not mentioned in the headline? Just the food was.
Exactly. It's because it's clickbait. Deputies said that the first call about Christopher Pennington, 47. He's 47?
He looks young.
He looks young.
He looks like
normally we have the opposite reaction when we see people's mugshots, but yeah, no, good for you. Good genes.
He looks like mid-30s.
So it came in early Wednesday morning from a 73-year-old man who said he was sleeping when he heard some noise and woke up to find Pennington rummaging through his closet. He keeps his food in the closet? Like, wouldn't it be like pantry? Pennington pushed the victim to the ground as he went to confront him, then continued rummaging through the house until he stole the victim's truck and fled the scene. That's not as cheeky as the headline made it out to be.
Wait, what did he do?
He was going through the man's closet, and when the man woke up and he was like, "What are you doing?" he pushed the man to the ground and then stole his truck.
Where's the food part?
Yeah. So far, that's just breaking and entering an assault.
Was he eating a pudding cup while doing this? Did he have a Go-Gurt in his mouth?
Deputies said the victim had to ride his bike for a mile carrying his oxygen tank until he reached the nearest gas station in order to call 911. What? Several electronics and a gun were stolen from him? What?
Good thing this man wasn't in Vegas.
Right? Pennington is then
accused. You just went right before it sunk in. You just agreed, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Accused of driving the victim's truck toward a wooded area so he could burglarize 2 more residences. Deputies said one of those victims caught him in the act because her fridge alarm started going off. I only know about this because my aunt just got a new fridge, and the fridge alarm was broken. So for 3 days straight, she just heard beep, 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 beep. Beep,
with it closed?
Beep, with it closed. And then it would stop for like 2 minutes. And then it'd be beep, beep, beep.
Right, stop again. No, stop. Stop.
Beep. Yeah, so she got out of bed and went to the kitchen expecting to see her son, but instead saw Pennington eating her food. At that point, deputy said Pennington stole a truck, again, I guess, that belongs to the victim's son and fled the home. The third victim also reported that her apartment had been burglarized. Several items were stolen. He only ate food at one place, and that was to refuel after he assaulted an old man, stole a truck, then broke into here, then got something to eat, stole another truck, and then actually fully burglarized another person again. Also, he had a gun. He stole a gun from that old man. So he was armed during this whole thing. This could have been a way worse article.
And they focused on the fact that he ate food.
Yeah. I mean, this is a crime spree. I feel like you get like a big appetite during this. But then they received complaints about a man yelling in a yard. The victims were able to identify him as the man they saw in their homes. Pennington is facing charges of burglary.
Was he like, your food sucks?
Burglary with a battery. 4 counts of armed burglary, 2 counts of unarmed burglary, and 2 counts of grand theft of a motor vehicle, 3 counts of grand theft. What?
Batteries?
2 counts of grand theft of a motor vehicle, and 3 counts of grand theft, and 2 counts of petite theft. Is the petite theft the food?
I don't know. It's little. It's petite.
Oh, grand theft is in like maybe the
over $1,000.
Maybe the gun was an like maybe he had like a Kimber. He had like a Kimber 1911. It was worth like $1,400, and they're like grand theft.
Colt 1911.
I just like like burglary with a battery.
He burgled with a battery. He was like...
He had like a AA in his pocket.
9-volt, and he was like, I'll put this against your tongue if you don't tell me where everything is.
Yo, I would tell him where it was then. That's terrible. You can't taste right for a while.
I remember that. I used to like it.
What?
What?
That's weird.
I was like, whoa, that is some penguin stuff. Maybe don't keep that.
Someone get Kyle an egg.
Yeah, I'll sit on an egg all day. When did the gay penguins realize that the egg wasn't a baby?
When everybody else is probably hatched.
They're like watching it, and
they're
think they were crying?
Do you think they were heartbroken?
Probably.
Oh my God.
They're probably also heartbroken when they stole that fertilized one that just didn't make it.
That's what I mean.
Because that first couple clearly was neglectful, and they didn't take good care of the egg before they got it.
I was actually talking about that one. The unfertilized egg, I think the lesbians' eggs they just took away.
They probably didn't know.
I feel like they just took the eggs away. They were like, you're a repeat egg theft. We're taking this one away.
No, the gay penguins were probably like...
Do you think they're going to do this every year?
They probably thought it'd be unreal. Like, there's no way that there's lesbian penguins. So the gay couple penguins were like...
They're like, we're innovators. Eggs. There's no way.
We were the first.
Yeah.
We were the first. We both appreciated our dances and decided that, yes...
Okay, how would a lesbian... Because we're done with Floridaman. How would a lesbian penguin couple work? Because, like, a heterosexual penguin couple starts with the whole, here's a rock. I give you the rock.
And there's a dance.
And I think there's a dance. There might be a dance.
That's what Happy Feet's about.
Oh, okay. So there's a dance, there's a rock, and they do that. And then a gay one would just be 2 penguins giving each other rocks.
And then just being like, yo, your dance is so good that actually... Yeah.
A lesbian penguin couple
would
just be 2 of them, staring at each other? Just being like, are you going to give me a rock?
There's 2
like, where's my rock?
There's 2 girl penguins. And they're like both getting like, the males are both dancing for them. And they just look at each other and they're like,
fuck those guys?
You down? Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Like they were just like, I'm feeling nothing.
They're like,
I'm feeling nothing.
No, I'd rather be with you.
They're like, she's looking good.
And then they
You're
took
not
each other's
looking
wings
good.
and they just waddled off.
I think that's where we should end it. Nice and wholesome. So, yeah, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Rum Runnas. You seemed shocked, like you were like, is that really where he's going to end it?
No, I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
Just don't keep that part where I went,
no, I'm going to keep that.
And then call it a penguin.
I'm keeping all of it.
Stop.
Follow us on Twitter at RumPod.
At RumPod.
You can follow Kyle on
doing
Instagram.
That. I don't use that anymore.
I'm still doing it because then I have nothing to say. Follow Kyle on the streets.
Follow me on the streets.
That's just what I'm saying from now on. That's the new ending. I'm going to put Kyle on the streets.
Follow me on the streets and I'll find you in the sheets.
Oh, you can find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts for audio versions, and you can find video versions on YouTube at youtube.com/RumRunnersEntertainment.
Did you tell people to like, share, and subscribe?
Oh my God, I didn't.
You should like, share, and subscribe, and he should.
Why is that important?
Because he keeps fucking it up.
Why is that important, Kyle?
So people know that you exist. Because without me,
wait,
what are you?
That I exist?
Yeah. Without me, what are you, Jared? You don't exist. You're not real. You're a figment of my imagination. So please like, share, and subscribe so that I know that I'm not crazy and I have created this...
A brown person that's older than you and has existed for longer?
Yeah, who finishes my sentences.
You're definitely the figment of my imagination.
You're the figment... I would always...
Nope, you're the figment of my imagination.
All of my relationships have always had someone that was older than me most of the time, except for those times when it didn't. So...
I feel like I just went insane when I was 2 and created you.
No, I created you.
Nope, totally created you.
Why do you think you don't speak Spanish? Because I don't speak Spanish.
Why do you think that you don't understand Spanish?
Because I don't speak Spanish.
You were in Spanish class. You had Spanish classes.
Leave me a 5-star review and a comment on Apple or wherever you leave 5-star reviews for podcasts and
Always
stuff.
5 stars.
Tell Jared how he's a figment of my imagination.
Or tell Kyle how he's definitely a figment of the older person's imagination.
It's not how it works.
It's totally how it works. How
think
can I have existed for longer than you?
You didn't.
I did.
I made those memories up for you.
I remember 86 and 87 like it was yesterday.
Lights, camera, action.
Peace.
Bye.
Deuces. Catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.